Hey gang, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's time for the Cocktail Social, your favorite time of day on a Friday. I'm your substitute moderator, Auntie KK, sitting in for the kitten who is out in the litter somewhere. He'll be back maybe later, maybe next week. I don't know. All our favorite socialites are here. Everybody say hello.
Hey.
You gotta unmute yourself first of all.
We on this bitch. We was miming.
So well, since you're here, how was your week, Miss Mazel?
Chill for real. Real chill. Been kind of laying back a little bit.
Yeah, and chill is good.
No rest.
What does rest look like for you?
Huh?
What does rest look like for you?
Cleaning the house.
Who wants clean?
I don't get no damn rest.
Wow, now house at the brown house.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm late. Guess what? Hey, honey.
Saved by the kitten.
Get saved by Miss Pussy Couture. Miss California Kitty. Miss Kitchen Coochie.
Not Kitchen Coochie.
Not Kitchen Coochie.
That sounds hot.
It is hot.
It's greasy.
It's March Madness.
Kitchen Coochie.
Happy Marchness to everybody. Hey, sis. I'm talking to you, Isis. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, my love. If you are joining us, this is the Cocktail Social. I'm your host, Blue Water. I know they probably already started the introductions, but I came in a little bit behind schedule because
you ain't missed nothing.
I missed shit.
No, I only greeted Mazel. You just got in just under the radar.
Yeah, right in the dope. Right,
and Johnny just announced he's gonna be acting up in the chats, which I'm starting to like.
Right.
I enjoy his act ups in the chat.
Some chat rants, something else.
Chat ratchetness. That's what your new role is.
If I would put something in there, if I can't type fast enough, by the time I get that shit in there, the show will be over.
Look, when I be looking down, I'm like, quitting that. Oh, wait a minute. Chat ratchet is who you are now, Mr. Gilmore. How's everyone doing? I know it's only been a week, but it's been a lot that happened in a week's time. What's been going on with everybody?
Chilling.
And that's right for you Facebook police that are verbal police and everything. I said everybody, E-R-E, body. How's everybody been?
Good.
We are A-R-D. We good.
All
right.
Mr. Gilmore, how you holding up? How you hanging?
In the service one more time.
Oh, Lord. I was expecting you to say to the left.
I was, honestly.
I'll take it.
Now, on last Saturday, I caught somebody's heebie-jeebies.
Oh,
and it was bad. So I went and got tested because, you know, that's what you do as a responsible adult. You go and make sure that you don't have the big heebie or even the little GB to pass on. Yes. And my COVID test came back negative. Praise the Lord.
Ooh.
I just have a sinus and had a respiratory infection. So I've been down all week. Down.
Well, I'm glad you sounded about 85-90% better, and you looking good. You don't look like you smitten and struck him down.
He over there with a golden glow for real. Oh. There's something to the facial. Actually, funny you should say that. my good homegirl, Marilyn, she had given me this spy kit that I had never bust open before, but I felt like shit all week. So today I said, you know what? I'm gonna put this slime it on my face and see what happens and shit.
Oh well, shit, it works, motherfuckers. You got the golden glow over there. You looking youthful as a motherfucker in the face.
Right, like you ain't stressed out about nothing.
Right, shit.
It's the drugs.
That's what my agenda for this evening. Shit.
For my socialites, are y'all going to be joining me for our social gathering? Will you be able to attend?
I won't be able to attend because I've been on some strong antibiotics, and so my immune system is at like -3. So they recommend that after the date that I stop taking it, that I should stay in for 3 days. So I can't come out and play till Monday.
Oh, boo, boo.
I can tell y'all after this week, if this is just a teeny kiss of what the COVID is like, no.
You're like,
Oh.
They gave me the whole full test. They didn't do the ass test, but they did the nose and the blood.
Oh shit!
The full test now includes an anal swab. So
no, thank you.
They really going through with that shit now, huh?
No, thank you.
They just want to dig in somebody's ass. That's all it is.
Look at Bleu.
However, though, they found out through the shit water.
Up at.
The shit water, Latrobe got a big ass outbreak right now.
Latrobe.
Wastewater found that there basically is a super spreading event happening at Latrobe right now.
They trying to set them up. They trying to
Project?
forever.
Jeez, it's even in the wastewater. Oh, shit.
Well, if it's in your system when it comes out, you know, it's in your diarrhea or your fecal matter.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Over time or something like, damn.
Yeah,
They all on top of each other.
I was about to say, I mean, that's really close quarters. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, historically, that's usually where it jumps off at.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Latrobe is a tenement, but I mean,
it is, well. Latrobe is the one that's going towards Fells Point, or is it the one by John?
Latrobe is across from the jail.
It's right down Greenmount Avenue.
Okay.
Right by the jail.
Oh, that's
right by 25th Street.
No, it's by that Greenmount.
That's in there. So far, they all safe. I know a few people up in there. They all cool.
Close to it sounds like it's close to Greenmount and 25th and Charles.
No, it's right on Gutman's. Right behind it.
We protected over here. We've been covered.
Delivered.
We delivered over here.
Doubt it.
How's everyone else been? So about tomorrow, should we postpone it? Because I would like all of us to be there. So I don't want if one doesn't show up, then I feel like we should just wait until everybody is at 100%. Well, no, because you're part. We would not want to gather without you. It's not a congregation without the pastor.
Exactly.
Well, I have a good word then.
I'm the first lady of the church. I ain't the first lady. I ain't the first lady. I ain't the first lady of the church. I'm the deacon. I'm the minister of music.
He struck me silent. I was like, oh.
I'm the Ricky Dillard of the church. Kurt Carr.
Got the whole little outfit on.
I'm Kirk Franklin. All of them kind of complied with a little bit of Daryl Coley. I'm all of that. I'm all of that of the church.
Well, you just said a whole lot in all of that. You ain't shit for everything you just said.
You are.
You just said.
It's all over the place with it.
How's everyone else
bring that up? That's what's big on Facebook right now, and they arguing like a motherfucker about it. There's a church
what?
down in Georgia having a women's they having a women's conference, but it's Shit, I don't know how to explain it. It's just the pastor and the first gentleman are doing it.
Oh, say, hold up. Wait a minute. Say
the first.
So is it
flyer for you?
So
what?
Wait a minute. So is she the preacher and she the pastor and he the first man, or two men?
Where the hell did you get a she from? I ain't never said a she.
I'm just saying. You said that he was the first.
I said the pastor, and the man, and his husband.
And they doing the women's retreat.
They doing the women's conference. Mm-hmm. Women go to war or something like that. Hold on, I'm getting it. I'm putting it in the chat.
Okay.
I mean, they've done a lot of the mega churches. They normally have a lot of men on their lineup for their women's retreats.
You said what now?
I think what is funny though is that the issue that has come up on here, and is, I was wondering eventually when this was going to get inside the church.
Is it the Vision Church of Atlanta?
Well, it's mostly, what you call it now?
Is it the Vision Church of Atlanta?
I think that is it. No, this is Morning Glory Fellowship.
Oh.
You got some names, don't they?
Morning Glory.
Morning Glory.
It's the Women of War Women's Conference 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the bigger issues is that a lot of the guest preachers are transgender.
Got it.
So that has become like a huge conversation on the book.
Is it a regular church, or is it an alternative? Like, is it a church for gay
church is alternative,
or is it like a regular church and they just happen to be transgender?
It sounds like a dedicated church where it's probably like a gay congregation.
Oh,
I think it became one. I don't really know because I can't say that I follow churches too much anymore. But but when I saw this come up on my news feed a total of 15 times, so I was like, damn, clearly
I have to look into the story.
Right.
Wow. Well, I mean,
to follow that. Hey. That's gonna be a conference right there. I want to tune in. I want to see that conference.
Well,
I think the real thing is that the flyer looks like trash, but
not the
it didn't make you want to go.
It was the worst cut and paste and editing you ever seen in your life.
Oh. Well, I hope they get a major turnout. And
Atlanta, shit, they turn out to go to the damn hot dog stand.
You said it's in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they be fine. They be fine. That's gonna be packed. They're gonna be packed.
My family was in Florida.
I put it in the chat, Lady K.
Good. Thanks.
Oh, and that's my birthday weekend.
Oh, you going?
Go down there, Nate. Fuck it up. Fuck it up, Nate.
Are you going?
Twerk all over the altar.
Put on your good hat.
I mean,
what you can find with a bow on
yourself up right in the front.
I'll make you one. I'll make you one. You be the best shit there.
I'm
gonna represent for the AME church.
You gonna represent with who?
For the AME church.
Amen.
Hold on.
And
now.
I want you now. Don't go in there. You better do a jig.
Wait a minute.
I'm a silent stomper. I don't do all that extra stuff.
You want to use my tambourine?
I got my own.
Apostle.
He got a special made tambourine in that motherfucker.
That's a lot of apostles.
Yeah, I told you. I say it's definitely going to be a spectacle, but I think it's a spectacle no matter what it is.
Oh, y'all should have let me share my screen so the peoples can see.
Oh.
But if you want to see it, go to the chat.
Oh, mother.
Well,
the mother of the church is like 32.
The mother.
The mother.
The mother of the church.
Most of the mothers of the
32.
church is like 32.
You got a 32-year mother of the church?
But she got kids that makes her a mother.
No.
Oh no, that's not what we talking about.
Without Jesus having to do a miracle.
The mother of the church is like the oldest member in there.
Oh, I know.
The original. She's like the original. She was the first member of the church.
She stretched
She's
it.
one of them.
She laid the
She
first
gotta go to
stone.
32 to be the mother of the church.
She is the cornerstone.
She is the corner.
Right. Dug the first part of the foundation for that motherfucker.
Okay.
Shit, she was laying spackle and some more shit.
Ain't had spackle there.
It was,
Wow.
you know, they know what the fuck I'm saying. Shit.
Ain't had spackle there. And she was still, hay. They was using
It's
straw.
fucking mud, hay, and horse hay, and just mix
There
it
you go.
together and make bricks.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh no.
I'm not even going to repeat. Who said? Did mother? Was that something mother posted?
Look, that was mother that
About that's a
posted.
gay house reformed into a church. The house of cons.
I'm not.
Oh,
So moving on.
Right along.
I'm moving right along. Moving right along. I'm drinking a little bit of I'm drinking some Montebellos. So
Hey, mother said they got a new hustle. I know that's right.
Well, not the House of Revlon. They gonna get you.
Oh, that shit is
Wait a minute, Brianna said the mother of the church is the one that didn't want Pastor to bring drums in the sanctuary.
yo.
Oh.
Yo,
My house.
that's
ain't
funny.
changed.
Shit. They say they got a whole
minute.
new hustle. They say them houses ain't making money no more. Turn them into churches.
Okay, hello.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Well, I would say this.
One of them mothers look like Omarosa.
Yeah.
It just might be.
Yeah.
You know.
No shade. Ain't that the tea?
It look like they in a fucking.
Well, I know one thing. You won't be getting my dollars or cents.
They're in a Sears Easter commercial.
Wait a
They was
minute.
going for realness. Easter realness.
Yo. It don't even look like they really put that outfit on with that.
Like the little
like they
paper
clothes.
dolls.
Like a paper doll.
Right, the little paper dolls.
Oh
Just
boy,
take
I'm glad that I was raised in my era. Churches, you had old school jumping churches with old people and young people, and they cooked fried chicken in the basement and had fish fries in the summertime and stuff like that. They don't do that no more. What's going on? I never thought I would get to the days where I would say, I wish I had the good old days back.
Hold on, guys.
Well, moving on. Everyone else how's everyone else doing? Y'all still gagging about churches and stuff. Nate, you okay over there, Pastor?
That bitch like a prom picture, like.
No, they all country though, so you gotta give it to them. They still country.
That motherfucker Single Majestic was out that motherfucker.
Single Majestic.
Oh my
I ain't even thought about that.
Yeah, look, hey.
I hope they live stream. I want to hear them preach.
But I said I'm joining that weekend. I'm
I swear, all I hear is Big Freed up there giving the sermon right now.
That shit is funny as
You
hell.
already know.
That motherfucker had on the fucking hat from the
All you sinners and all you saints.
from the man with the yellow hat.
Right here.
Alice in Wonderland.
Y'all, let me tell you something. I don't want none of y'all. Y'all
You
are
imagine
all
what collection look like when they come strutting down there?
Man.
You
First
do
of
know
all,
y'all-
if it's sunny outside, she ain't gonna get no sun on her feet.
No.
That motherfucker with a table umbrella.
You know
That's why
what?
them churches, you got to go to church after because you ain't churched at all. You ain't got nothing. You got to go to a whole nother church after you go to that one.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, you got to be seen one more time.
I ain't talking about that. You got to wash off whatever happened in that one. I went to Empowerment Temple one time and I said, I got to go to church after I left church. I said,
that was cool.
I used to go. Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, It was definitely come as you are.
Them asses was ridiculous in there. They come in there, thongs, see throughout, but I'm like,
well, that's AME. That's AME. That's how they do it.
I'm Baptist. I understand we ignorant as a motherfucker, but Empowerment Temple was a whole nother. Like, it was a nigga in there. He was like, he just said, "Motherfucker, you in 2 years." I was like, "Yeah, we in church, all right." But nobody. It was just, I don't know. It just felt weird. I'm not.
That technically still is part nice,
but I still think you should respect some things. I ain't gonna go into.
You still was in Park Heights, though.
Everybody out.
I think it's the size. I think once you get over a certain amount of members, I feel like it's not the same. Like when you walk in a church, you're supposed to be able to feel it. Like for me, when I walk in a certain type of church, I can feel it when I walk in there. There's other churches I go in and I feel like it's nothing. Like it's nothing there. Like you don't feel it.
For me, it's always about the music. I think beyond anything, it is. If the music doesn't capture me in a church, I've literally been on the street and they've sounded so good that it's actually pulled me in from the street. I'll be walking past and they'll be jamming. And I'm like, oh my goodness, no intentions on going to church. But if the music is real, if it moves me, I'm going to come in. You got to have a banging choir. And it doesn't have to be a huge choir. It's just like, it could be a small one of them small corner choir, corner the block choir, churches, and I'll move in. I'll come in on that. And they'll be jumping. They'll have that upright piano, and it's an old lady on it, and she'll have her wig cocked to the side like a kango, but she'll be banging on that thing. And I'll be like, girl, and she's singing at the same time. Let me tell you something.
And she's the choir director. She's the choir director.
And she directing the choir. Those are the churches that'll move me. Yes, fish, chicken, and pig feet dinners. Those are the churches that move me.
I just been walking past Rising Zion Baptist.
You can smell the chicken frying in the sanctuary.
First of all, no.
And you trying to get the preacher to hurry up so you can go eat and shit.
When I was like, them songs would be hitting, but that fried chicken smell was overtaken at the same time.
Yeah.
And to this day, when a song is hitting, I say, boy, you can smell the fried chicken on that one. Because
depending on who was in the kitchen, you can go down there real quick and get a little drumstick or something to hold you over.
But let me tell you, the churches, let me tell you, they jump so good and it smells. You can smell the diabetes and high blood pressure, and it's like in there. You just know everybody in there got a little bit of the sugar, and so a little bit of the sugar because that's a good church to me. You gotta know.
By the time you finish eating, they're gonna be ready to cut your foot off.
Oh my God! Isis said she wouldn't be saved if it wasn't for gospel music.
Who you telling? Every morning, I didn't even have to go to church. All I had to do is WEAA 89.8. What is it? 88.9.
Ooh, Bedside Baptist. That's my place now.
Yes.
I love it.
But look, let me tell you something, because it really, I hate to say this, but it wasn't the word that got me in general in the beginning. It was the music.
It was always
from the hymns to the choir songs to the solos. Like
I'm gonna be honest, like all that screaming and shit, my ears, you motherfuckers be so loud, your ears get staticky on the inside.
Well, usually by the time they got up to preach, I was ready to take a little nappy nap. But
your head ever get heavy in church? You ever get one of them heavy heads?
I ain't never got heavy.
Well, let me tell you, because church had it all. You got fed, you got music, it was entertainment, and you got a cardiovascular workout. Because let me tell you, they got you ready for that meal. You worked for that meal. That and even in a sermon, you work for that meal because the preacher always had you getting up more than one time. And there was a shout. If you had a shout in church, that was a good 30-minute workout right
unless
the service another hour and a half.
I liked about like with Baptist shit because they call them Baptist fits because like the apostolics and I know the Codics there's a shouting moment. They like hear you shout. With Baptist, it happened when you felt like it.
They got designated shout time.
No, it's a
right.
Now I'm gonna say that's cold because apostolic you hear it in the music. It's a certain sometimes you hear it in the music. It comes in the music.
When the piano take over, that's when it's about to go down.
It's a sound in the organ.
What I love is somebody can say a word. They sit there. I'm trying. Ow! Woo!
Right.
And then it gone.
You set off the
scream,
whole.
And then you hear a fit, and then you hear that wood boom. Somebody gone.
Now it's gone.
They're gone. They're completely gone by the time you hear that.
But I like that shit. I like when people just felt it when it hits you.
You know what?
And I'm gonna so organized.
That's what I like, honestly. That's what I like performing in that church, performing at the church that time, because it felt like church. It felt real good sitting up there singing. And it felt good. It's been a long time since I had that feeling. And it was the first time I didn't break out in sweats because normally I've sung so much that I get a beads of sweat coming from my brow.
It was like Vampire Brooklyn when he went up in the church and whatnot. God damn!
I like it when it's organic, when it moves, when you see the script from one side of the church to the other.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, like
that was the part I used to like after the sermon, where there was always that after sermon song that was always real intense and it vibrated. That shit.
That's because they was great. They was great. Call you to the altar and whatnot. This is when you about to give
the altar call song.
Let me tell you, so I always struggled with the altar call song because every Sunday I needed to go up there because I did something within that week that I needed.
It just felt like it was for you. It was for you.
He was that one where they always say, "Oh Lord, she on the floor again." God damn it! Every Sunday,
every week. Bad as the woman in the front row of the Apollo or whatnot. It was like you're gonna be there every week.
Because they were always. This is the part that got me. You could be dead and gone in your grave. And if you ain't saved, and then you'd be like, and think about what happened this week. And I'd be like, oh, I did.
You was doing good up until that point. You thought you had a friend up until that point.
Right. I was good until he was like, but think about this week. Think about what you did at the beginning of the week. And will you get into heaven? And I'd be like, I don't know, because I was deep throating that.
But everybody else waiting for that first person to go, and then everybody follow you. But I got to be the first center to go up. Okay.
You start the week on Monday or Sunday.
No, but I know I miss authentic worship. Like that's what I miss most about church.
Me too.
Yeah.
I miss worship.
You said the new thing is head videos in church. Oh no.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? You seem
Where
like
you see that at?
So that's the new thing is to do these videos where you either getting head or screwing in church.
So I'm gonna tell you this. It was certain things that when we were growing up, you weren't supposed to do near church. So we could not, you couldn't curse near church. You couldn't talk about sex near church. You couldn't even like certain things, and you bet not be in church humping. If you was humping in the church, you might as well pack your bag.
You might as well set yourself on fire.
You going straight to hell. And let me tell you what happened.
Like a rebellion.
When I heard a family member,
her cousin head in church. So I mean, you really going for it on that one.
What?
Oh no!
What happened? I hear something about giving your cousin some. But
young lady who's giving her cousin some.
Oh my!
And then her caption was, "We ain't care if we was real cousins." I was like, oh,
Oh, and you thought that was cute.
You know what I'm gonna tell you? I'm gonna say it's because we've gotten into this era where everyone needs attention. Everyone needs to be
it's
famous
too
for
much.
something. And it's like, let me tell you, it's gotten to the point where everyone is attention seeking. Like I've never seen so many handsome guys have to get naked for attention in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's like when I scroll down Facebook and Instagram, I'm looking at these individuals and I'm saying, why in the hell do y'all have to, it's like they are absolute, I don't know what's the issue. Because many of them, I think, have wonderful personalities, but I don't believe they think they got good personalities.
It's a lot of insecurities out there, though.
Well, I'm not going to talk about my little chocolate bunny over there because he looked good in his underwear. He could be the Calvin Klein model for me, but it's other ones. you know. Well, all right, a little bit about you then, Cable. So it's mentioned. It's just a mention. I dig that you a little bit, but I'm just saying it ain't about you. It's about the other ones. And I'm serious. I mean, I don't see why everybody got to do it. They sucking dick in church now. What's going on?
I think trying to get more answers in the pews. Who knows?
It's a rebellion against the system of church. Because people are, and we was talking about this a couple other shows, where people the message for the messenger. So people are in that space where the messenger has done something wrong, and they're taking it out on the body of the church,
I'll agree.
Body. So it's just a rebellion, and they want to get caught. These people, they're making it so. We were talking about the Darrell Walls. He was in the sanctuary, in somebody else's sanctuary.
He was in somebody. Not only was he in somebody else's sanctuary, he was dealing with the pastor's son, sitting in on the pulpit of that pastor, in the seat of that pastor.
Yeah, but
and it was aimed at that pastor, I think.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this: in that situation, I don't believe. Okay, so I think that wasn't meant to be leaked. And I think that the individuals that leak, I don't think he intended on it for it to be leaked. And I think when the guy that was performing the oral sex leaked it to his friend, I think he was probably blatant.
But
I think he was probably like.
But that does that even matter? Like the fact that you did it anyway for it to even be leaked in the first place. Like you're in church, and you're in a church that you praise God in daily. So, and you're singing in front of this church and you're worshiping God and you sending him the message out to his people. And then when church is over, the other message you send it is, I give good head. Like, but what are we doing? Like, no, it should never have been done to even be able to.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Well, wait, time out. Hold on. Let's be clear. Okay, so wait, which message? What shouldn't have been done? The video, the oral
sex in church period.
The oral sex in church period. Okay.
Doing the sex in church period should never have done, or else if it wasn't done, it would never been a video.
But I'm gonna say this: I think that we've all, and I'm just speaking for me, but I think we all do risque behavior because it intensifies the moment. And I think in that situation for him, that was what that was, and I'm not justifying it because I agree with you, Cable. It shouldn't have been done in the first place.
Yeah.
But that I think was the whole thing with them. It's just like, you know what, this is risque. First of all, it's out in the open, and anybody could have walked in at any given moment and caught them doing it. That's the same thing like these guys that's masturbating on the damn trains. And they on a fucking subway train, jerking off and humping on each other like it's not a stop down the street. Yeah. Literally 5 minutes away, someone can just walk in and see y'all humping. Or this is another thing, there's no cameras.
Isis said people who do that stuff at church, the church has a weak leader, otherwise they would be too scared to do it. Because I feel like it doesn't have anything to do, it shouldn't have anything to do with the leader. Church, yes, it is. It is not, how can I put this? I feel like if that is the place where you come to meet, because you have a like-minded respect and worship of God, then that place should be considered sacred and holy. Why would you do that in a holy place?
But it's not. It has nothing to do with the leadership, because not
Right.
always the leader is sometimes weak, and it has nothing to do. And sometimes they're strong. It has something to do. That person's going through some type of hurt with the idea of church, or just the connection with church, or with the people in that church, and that's the way that they're acting out.
But
I also, just in my opinion, I think that a lot of times we look at the church as the building.
Yeah.
And I think that it's not the building. I think and so we put so much, and I get it that you want to, that's like not having sex at a courtroom, or like you said, not having sex in any, but people don't see these places as places where it should be prevented. Like, they don't look at it as, well, we shouldn't do it here. And I think it's because of the era that we live in, the social media era, where everyone needs to be seen. Everyone wants to do something to be seen, and they're trying to do a step up from everyone else. So
I don't think that it was just the social media area, though. I think that that's where it's been exacerbated, where we can really get an idea of what happened. I think that this is something that has been growing over some time. Mm-hmm. That we've seen church, especially the Black church, be devalued as a source of a spiritual place, and now it's been used as a come up. That is ambition that is driving the Black church, and not the actual spiritual growth. Right. We see church as a place where I can get a degree, my master's, my doctorate outside of it, and I can't grow within my community because America's racist. So, but I can take that and use it in church. I can take all this business acumen and I can use it in a church. I can do all of this in church. And so now church becomes a business as opposed to a spiritual place. And now the transactions are different. It's not a spiritual transaction. Now it's completely economical. So it would make sense that sex, which can be misconstrued in how we think of things, because sex is also spiritual. But when we look at how America's capitalized everything, I feel like fucking the man from In Living Color right now. But when you see how everything has been based, especially for Black people, because we exist in this country as capital, so we only recognize and work within that capital means that we put a price tag on everything. So now when we go into church and we going in there to find a husband or to find a wife, we're going in there with a capitalist mindset. I'm going in here to find someone who's this, that, and the third, but then I'll attach God to it because I'm in church. Or I'm going in so I can network, not so you can do anything other than things that should be done outside of church. And that has nothing to do with leadership. That has everything to do with how we've shifted the culture of what church is meant to be, because we don't have a footing outside of the church still in 2021. So
it's not just us, it's leadership too.
Church so when leadership is followed behind what we've allowed. And because there were those mothers of the church who did not let pastors go but so far.
You ain't never lied about that.
Didn't let pastors go so far because we had a system in place where we knew that the pastor was not always right, that he was not always correct, and we didn't follow blindly behind him. But now there's been a shift of where my pastor does this, and to the point where you call your pastor daddy. You're proud because your broke ass is on the bus, but you've gotten your pastor a Maserati. You put it all into what you can do and give and how much you can worship your pastor. And then somehow that's supposed to trickle down to everybody else. It's Reaganomics in church.
Yeah. I think 2 years is best for because, it's so much scandal that has been exposed, lately in churches.
But there's always been scandal, though. People
it's always been scandal, but I'm just saying a lot of it was hidden, too. Like, it might have been a scandal, but if you weren't there or around or close by, you didn't know nothing about it. Now, I think that they put them more out there on, news and media and all of that stuff, that now it's like people are starting to lose respect in a sense.
I think it goes to Jonathan's point of the come up, basically, off of church. Even like that whole, like lately, it's been ever since the young man with the "I will become a woman's," like now he's Facebook social media famous, so to speak.
Right.
Now everybody wants to do something on Facebook. Like now you got
I'm delivered.
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, him. Now you got.
I think what happened is they made him relevant.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what, and this is one thing again. Like I said, and we had this conversation a minute back when I said that Madonna had made this statement that I thought was true. She said, "All attention is good attention." When you trying to get into entertainment, right? Even the negative. Right. And the fact is like, because even like right now, we're still making it relevant because we're still talking about it. And then someone will, as we're listening, as we're talking about it, will look it up just to see what we're talking about. Right. And that is how they get these likes. And there's so many young people, there's babies and everything out here that are doing any and everything for a like. Yeah. And that speaks volumes to me. That speaks volumes because Go ahead. It's like your self-esteem is so shattered that you're willing to put yourself out there. And literally, it's like you should literally just put clown makeup on and do a jig because everyone wants to be seen and everyone. And the thing about it is that it's so much competition for actual entertainers now because now they're losing their relevance.
It's almost like everybody is trying to be the next Kim K. And it's like you trying to be famous, but you trying to be famous for the sake of just being famous, like for just being known. Like,
but it was even before Kim Kardashian. She put a stamp on it. But this has been, people have been acting out. It's just the morality of it all has just got lost. Got lost in it. So now it's not just a sex tape. Now I gotta be butt ass naked getting head on live on Instagram. Like
it's not even
people up in the ante.
It's not even sex anymore. Like you got the prophetess in Florida spilling the beans about every pastor, preacher, reverend, minister, evangelist down in Florida, whoever did something to her. And now you have the married gay pastors from wherever they're from. I couldn't even watch it because like now I'm over it. I'm over all of it now. Who got married, got to open a church, got together, got married, and now one of them is cheating or something. But all of it is on Facebook. Everybody's got to go live with their issues because everybody needs their 15 minutes. I think everybody is hoping for a sitcom, a spinoff, a web series, e-carpet contributorship. I don't know. Everybody wants something out of whatever the hell is going on in their life.
I think that it's become a trend, and it's something that me and Miss K have talked about often. Is I personally do not ever want to get famous for my trauma.
Listen,
I don't want to ever build a monument to something that happened to me that was traumatic. And I mean, I could work the fuck out of it. But the fact that you have to revisit that trauma daily, what that must do to you to have to, and then convert that to some type of economic outcome. And I've seen it happen. I think we've all seen it happen. And I know a few people who have made money off their trauma. And I just can't. And there's a lot of it going around where we're trying to monetize anything. If someone is killed, we're trying to monetize it. If someone is this, we're trying to monetize it. If you lost your dog, then we're going to start a group for dog losses of America. I made up a word. And
dog losses of America.
But I want to go back to because in the beginning it was like we talking about cable. I think what was the difference between when cable does it is that we see that, especially knowing who he is, that that's a natural expression of who he is as a person.
Absolutely.
Which is very different from someone who's doing it out of desperation.
That's why I said it wasn't a dig at him.
No, right. But I wanted to, but I just wanted to make sure I said it because I
for those who don't know him
about it. Exactly. And for those who don't know him, because we know him, but there's a huge difference between desperation and who you are.
Right.
I mean, all of us on here, we are all huge fucking personalities. This is us, even when we just sitting down by our damn self. I think we probably all talk to ourselves. But,
I know I do. That's real. That's real.
Right.
I thought
Sitting there
I think
agreeing
I
like
was just talking to myself.
right, like agreeing with ourselves. Like, you think that's a good idea? I sure do. I'm going to do it. But
Girl, you
right.
take your vitamins today.
Right, exactly. But I think that's important that people need to understand that there's who you are and then there's who you're trying to pretend to be for other people.
Talk. That's a word.
And it is very hard. You know, right now I had this album getting ready to come out and everything, and we've been going over the marketing campaign and branding, and that's been very scary for me. Actually, it has been a lot harder than I thought because I don't want to present. I just want to kind of facilitate, if that makes sense. You know, I think that there is who I am as an artist is all that I want to show. I don't want to have to tell you about, you know, some anything scandalous or something like that just for you to like me. I don't want to have to, you know, like sit there and lick my nipples so you can say, oh, well, maybe we'll go follow him. And because I'm telling you, when you know when somebody has something coming out, when you start seeing them posts pop up naked, and they start popping up naked and they ain't never been naked before.
Yeah, I want you to look.
Thinking right now, how you're thinking right now, right? How you're thinking right now is exact opposite of how people now are taught to market themselves. You got to do something. You got to leak something. Something got to come out. So there's some buzz. Look at this whole what's his the thing with Jada and Alan. What's his name? Alan.
August Alsina.
Yeah.
See this? I mean, it wasn't even right after. It was while it was still hot on the press. Oh yeah, I'm doing this album, and it's about her. Like, and it's, you know, we have sold ourselves out as Black artists to even think that we have to water down our product and our integrity in order to make it in this world. Because we was taught that that's the only way we're going to make it. That's the only way.
Can I say something? Mr. Gilman, I think the difference between a true artist is that their traumas, their pains, their joys, their life speaks through their art.
Right.
And I think
that's the difference. Exactly.
And I think that so when you are doing a self-expression, and that's about nakedness, I think that a lot of times when I felt
like I could go put on some chaps after cable there.
Right.
Let me go put some on, see what I can do.
I want to say that because we have a very skewed understanding of what self-love looks like. Self-love, it looks like when you are able to truly embrace who you are as you are, and that you can see yourself and celebrate yourself in all aspects of you. And I think that that's what you're doing, Cable, and I want to commend you for doing that. I don't see that when I'm looking at other individuals. What I see baiting. I want to get people to like me. And what happens is they monetize it. So they're putting value. They're basically saying, I'm worth this much. But me and my best friend was literally talking about OnlyFans. And we were talking about what people will do on this OnlyFans site. And they were like, yeah, I'm starting OnlyFans. And it really break it down, you were basically paying them like 29 cents per day to see them advertise themselves naked. And I was like, that's the brokest shit I've ever heard of in my life. They like, for real, as an old hoe, I'm like 29 cents to see
that's
me.
Some Sally Struthers going right there. For 29 cents, you can help this hoe.
So it's like
this hoe daily for 29 cents a day.
29 cents, you can see any.
But I think at the end of the day, I don't even think they care how much money that they're making. It's the attention that is then attached to it. And the money probably is an incentive, but it's the attention. People looking at
that's absolutely true, Nate, and I agree. And it's sad that we've gotten to the point where everyone's esteem is so low that they have to go through those extremes just to feel
validated.
Relevant. Whoa, y'all started, man, I done went on to a whole nother drink. I done had Montebello, now I'm drinking a liquid marijuana. And it's not actual marijuana because I can't do none of those things. But this is liquid marijuana. It's a concoction that I saw online and I created for myself. And it tastes so good. And it makes me feel so fuzzy on the inside.
Fuzzy inside.
It's so good. And
yeah,
so when
come on and be fuzzy on the inside. Yeah.
So, I'm fuzzy on the outside. You just got to work around it.
Everybody,
so I'm thinking,
hey, I'm not fuzzy at all.
Socialites, you know what? I think we should get together. Could we put a bookmark in or a rain check for this weekend and just make it for the 20th?
I can't do the 20th. Why, you ask? Because I'm hosting a pure romance party.
Hey. Go ahead. Do it again, though. Do it again. Why you ask?
Why you ask?
Why you
ask?
Because I'm hosting a pure romance party.
Yes. Wait, so it's can you come afterwards?
Afterwards what?
After the party, or the party is going to be a late night situation?
It's gonna be from 7 until. I got a group of over 40 shorties.
Ooh,
and you already know.
Good. That's gonna be good.
You already know.
Oh,
not
Lord,
over 40 shorties.
Let me tell you, you don't get your freak on until after 40s.
I specialize in over 40 shorties. They know how to get down. They know what they like. They don't mind asking questions. They're not afraid to be open. They're not afraid to taste, touch, smell, rub, all of it.
Wait a minute.
And to my boo in Switzerland, let you know something, boo in Switzerland. If you watching this, I am not talking about sex this weekend. That is actually a business. Pure romance is actually product. So I'm not talking about sucking on no dicks or anything like that, or riding.
I have products to keep single people satisfied, married couples courting each other, and side chicks. Their
turn is up.
Does honey cause yeast infection?
Got a question.
Say it again.
You got a question in the comment section.
Oh wait,
does honey cause yeast infections?
Does what cause yeast infections?
Does honey cause yeast infections?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you, and it caused buggage too. Cause them damn mosquitoes and ants are gonna tear your ass up.
Yeast infections and infestations. Absolutely.
Oh God.
Infestations. No, not for infestations.
Oh God.
So did everyone get an opportunity to read the cocktail questions for today?
I did.
Yeah, the Cocktail Social almost over with now, ain't it? We might as well just wing this shit at this point.
Well, I'm gonna get one in.
Let me see.
I'm gonna get one in, and because this is March, and March is what? What is March?
It's Women's Month.
Yes.
It's the Ides of March. What the?
What you say?
The Ides of March was the only thing I could think of.
It's National Women's Month. It's a celebration of women.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Shout out to
about
the
women.
ladies.
And I think that James Brown said it best. It's a man's world. And so I think that we should take time out to celebrate the women. And so my first question was, who are some notable Wonder Women in your community? And what makes them wonderful? And this is an opportunity for you to celebrate those wonderful women that you may know. And they may not necessarily, they may not be directly in your community, but they're actually doing something wonderful and you know about it. So do you know of any Wonder Women?
I can't speak for that.
Me, that's who.
Come on, celebrate you. Why? What you doing?
God, I make sure your skin is exfoliated. And and shit, you know, I make the products and stuff.
Talk about it. Tell them.
And that's a wonder baby. Okay.
Sell it. Tell them
hip
about what you
do. You can help me get rid of.
What?
I got some hip tuss you can help me get rid of.
Well, shit. I mean, just let nigga know. Shit. Man, come up.
Well, tell us about your product. Tell me.
Well, I make it's called Naturally Smooth Body Butters and Scrubs, and so I do whipped body butters, and also sugar scrub and coffee scrub. And the coffee scrubs are good for tightening your skin and exfoliating and getting all that old skin off, give you that glow a little bit. Same thing with the sugar scrubs. So you you can exfoliate and get all that dead skin off. It just makes your skin feel real soft and supple and like a baby's bottom.
And where can people get your product? Where can they get it from? How much is it?
Hit me on Facebook.
We're at on Facebook.
Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Naughty Threads. That's my crochet page, jewelry page, scrubs.
Christy, can you put all of your tags in the chat?
And I will. And also on Facebook, I have a Naughty Threads group. There's a bunch of Naughty Threads groups, but look for mine. It's what the picture is. It's a mannequin with like a burgundy kind of crochet hat with like ruffles on the side. We're
gonna put your link in the chat.
I will.
Okay, so you don't just do body. So you don't just do body scrubs. You knit as well. You crochet.
Yeah, I crochet.
What else? And what else do you do?
I paint. Here.
That lovely realism.
I paint. I also
carpenter. She like Jesus.
I made this. This is not real brick.
What? It's not real brick. How much is it?
You better sell it. You better.
Well, for just pennies a brick.
They put in a brick and then they put up a brick.
No, we're not going to go there. No, thank you.
Handmade crochet designs with style and elegance.
And so, like, I do.
Okay.
Now, as far as the brick, if you wanted something like this in your house, it would be according to the size of your space and, all of that.
Okay.
As far as crochet items, I do custom items. I do have stuff for the spring and the summer, like, swimsuit cover-ups, swimsuits, barefoot sandals. Those are good for, like, when you go to the beach and you want to, look.
Jock straps.
Oh, I mean, whatever. I can make it if you want it now. Just let me know. Might have to do some measurements.
So let me tell you something. That'll be the hottest ass jock strap and let me tell you, ain't nobody gonna want them soggy balls after you brought them out of that hot ass jock strap.
I don't want you to see no kiwis fall out of that mud,
They're gonna be all first of all, nobody gonna want none of those raisin balls that you done poured out there in them prune balls. and the moistest balls out there, you done stripped down and you got a hot ass knit sweater jock strap on. Man, first of all, when the heat start to emanate from it, it's going to work its way up your body. That's a boof.
Bubbling ball juice, Jonathan said.
Bubbling ball juice.
All right. So we got Mizell, who advertised her wonderfulness. Now, Miss K, tell us about you.
Oh, I was just playing when I was saying me. I mean, not that I'm not wonderful, fabulous, and all those things.
I don't want to hear that.
You wonderful.
I want to hear sell it now. You keep talking about you sell it. Tell them what you do, honey.
Sell it.
Take your thing.
Okay. So, I'm a pure romance consultant. People think that pure romance is just about sex toys, but it's not. It's about sexual health and wellness, sexual health education. It's about women's empowerment, body positivity. It's about feeling good about yourself, feeling good in your relationship. It's hard to be sexually healthy when you are body self-conscious, when you don't feel good about yourself. It's hard to be engaged with somebody else when you are not engaged with yourself. It's hard to feel confident having sex when you have never experienced the orgasm, when you don't know your own body. So That's why I do pure romance. I don't know about nobody else. And I think that everybody should experience at least one orgasm one time in their life. That's why I do it.
Once you get one, that shit like
at least one. Because if you experience one, you're gonna go after it for the rest of your days. I don't just do it for me. I don't just do it for women. I do it for men too. We sell products for men as well.
Yes, indeed, because I still use that sleeve. Let me tell you, that got me through a lot of lonely nights.
I'm trying to tell you, and we do it for women who have whose partners are female. We do it for women whose partners are male. We do it for males whose partners are male. We do it for males whose partners are female. We do it for all of the peoples, all of the days, all of the time. We have scents for women. We got scents for men. We got it for all of the folks, all over the places. So if you need it, I probably got it. And if I can't, I'll fix it so that you can have it. Understand? I do take layaway.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I think I'm wonderful. Yes.
Okay. I finally got them. I didn't tell you.
You did not tell me.
I finally got my anal beads.
We should talk. Oh, and I got something for those people who are. Oh, what happened?
Did he say anal beads?
He said anal beads. He did say anal beads.
I did. I made a whole video and everything.
Wait a minute.
We gotta talk.
I didn't see that on Instagram.
We gotta talk.
That will never be on Instagram.
Hold on.
Ever. Something should. Yes.
So does again, I'm gonna ask you, is it like a Hot Wheels pulley?
No. What material are they made of?
I can go.
I only want to know because I want to try it. So I mean, I don't want to. If you put them in, and then you
pull
rip them out,
take off through the wall and shit.
Wait.
Stop, y'all terrible. Don't read that.
And does it make? Hold on, it makes noise like. Hold on, when you pull it out, does it go?
You're such a jerk.
It's a jerk. It's a whole jerk.
It does. I want to know for friends. Oh. I just want to know. Inquiring minds. I just want to know.
No, it don't make that sound stupid.
What are they made of?
Oh God, girl, I don't know. It feels good though.
I know that's right.
They nice and big, and it's comfortable, and I have fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, I got to talk about my shit. You know.
I got a set.
In terms of circumference, what's this biggest size? Is it bowling ball, golf ball?
I mean, listen, I can go get them and go. I can show and tell.
Are they graduated or are they all the same size?
They are the same size.
Okay. Okay.
I'm messing with you.
Can we see them? Do you mind?
Yeah. No, I don't mind.
Go get them, please.
We don't want to see your ass balls. No.
Close your eyes, John.
I do.
Make sure you wipe them off first.
Oh, God. Oh, they gonna bring them bitches back. They gonna have a green fog circling around them motherfuckers.
Butt truffles.
Right. The dick chip.
That's the tip of the day. Don't use soap and water on your toys.
Green mist around it.
What are you supposed to use on the toys?
Why, use toy cleaner, of course.
Oh.
I just thought you used bleach.
Oh my God.
Oh, you gonna be itching.
Oh my God.
That ain't gonna be an itch.
Every time you use your toy, itching.
Bleach. I don't care what bleach kill everything.
I'm pointing finger on me. I'm itching.
I'm eating my damn sweater.
Oh. Look at the cat person. Anybody else know some Wonder Women in that community while we wait for butt balls?
Oh, not butt balls.
I don't want to talk about wonderful women and ass balls at the same time.
No.
You like, if we're gonna talk about them both, you better be using them balls on a woman. Oh God, no.
No.
This is taking a turn.
mighty time.
Boy, I love y'all so much. How did we get from wonderful? This is because we all was in special education in high school.
You know,
y'all do know we were the special ed class in high school.
Mm-hmm.
We were in that shorty class.
I swear,
we had
if he come back
ADHD.
and he's pulling them balls out his ass, I'm out.
He's not. Stop
He was naked last week, so you know.
He did come out that room looking naked as shit.
Yeah, he had on a brown shirt. He had on a brown shirt. I thought that shit was painted on his chest.
Like everything, all his whole outfit matched his complexion. It was ridiculous.
Hey, that shit was. I didn't know what we was about to do. Turn the camera off. You're on Zoom.
Oh, this shit looks like out of cast iron.
Them damn things look like they cause a concussion.
Jonathan, them look like nunchucks.
Wait, I can't see him.
Mm-mm.
And they got a little vibrator.
Hold on, let me see how. Let me see something. 1, 2, 3. Hold them up. Count. Scroll them up.
4.
4. That's about.
Okay.
That's a good 17 feet long.
It's not 17 feet. Stop it.
And then we have a ball come out of the mouth.
No, they are graduated.
Oh, no.
No, they get bigger. Not by much, but yeah, they
Yeah,
get
not by
bigger.
much. No.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I received my payment at Discover Card. That's good.
Oh, poor Johnny.
Oh my God.
Go to your happy place, Mr. Gilmore. Go to your safe space. I know it's been traumatized. We're not going to use them balls on you. It ain't going to.
I want to be able to look Cable in the face the next time I see him again, and I think about iron weighted ass balls every time.
Well, at least I just want you to know that it won't have the same revving sound because those have a deeper sound. So it won't go vroom, it go vroom. It's a deep vroom.
No, that shit just sound like a train when it come out. Woo!
We went to anal beads. I don't want to go to anal beads. We done been all over the place today. We was talking about Wonder Women. How did we get
my car insurance payment too?
Somebody said the Wonder Woman movie was trash.
The new one was.
Oh no, we about to go down that rabbit.
I didn't want to see.
Oh,
sorry.
wait. Did anybody see Coming to?
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
How was it?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want nobody to tell me their opinion. I want to watch it.
Oh, wait a minute.
What about the Wonder Woman? So any notable Wonder Women in your community? I know several of them, but I'm not going to name them because I think they've named themselves. And
nosy ones,
so
but
any notable women in Baltimore that you want to give a shout out to for doing something extraordinary?
Shout out to Marilyn Mosby.
For
that one.
For being bold. I know it's old news, but still, she tried.
I mean, for dealing with
Freddie Gray.
Not even Freddie Gray, but dealing with not just Freddie Gray.
All of it.
Dealing with all of the slander,
all of it.
The misogyny, all of the self-black hate, just across the board.
All of it.
For being just a strong Black woman who is, who knows what she's doing. And despite from day one when she got in the office, they were trying to kill her from within. Like her own employees were trying to get rid of her because their person lost. Like,
I love it. And Freddie Gray shined a spotlight on her, like a really bright one on her, and just the fallout from that. Like even now, like she's still in the news. For what? For what? Because she retroactively tried to put in for something that people do every day. What she did, people do every day. What she's in the news for right now, people do every day. It's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
She's still experiencing the fallout. Like she's a strong Black woman. I think she's really like awesome. I think she's awesome, and I think she should be shouted out. Shout out Marilyn Mosby.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna shout out some people on my team. Funny enough, before all this shit went down, me and Blue and somebody else, we were out, and the guy Blue, I don't know, you remember this? You remember he asked me, he said, "How come I don't have more men on my team?" And we both kind of just looked at each other and just dismissed them. But but I want to shout out just the women on my team who are absolutely incredible. Number one is Jamaica Warren, who is my manager.
Hey,
She is a force. I want to shout out Petula Caesar, who, with her Caesar production company and with everything that she's done on this team, is just incredible. I want to shout out Navasha Dea, who is my mentor as well as a producer on this album.
Well, I love all of them.
And all of the work that she's doing with her husband down in Cherry Hill with the Youth Resilience Institute, as well as being on the boards of several art councils and everything. There's some other folks like Sheila Gaskins, who I absolutely love. She has been doing art in this city for so long, and I just want to shout her out for continuing it. She's been doing it since I was, and shout out my mother, who also, Leah Gilmore, who is doing a lot of work in this city and beyond. And then just Black women as a whole. I think one of the things that I saw this past year that was incredible was whenever Black men, if there was something that we didn't understand and we attacked somebody for it, Black women were very protective of whoever Black men were going after. And I saw it with what's the little boy? He a cowboy.
Oh, what's the name?
Joe Scott that went after Joe Scott?
No.
Little young boy.
The single boy?
Lil Nas X, thank you.
Okay.
Lil Nas X, whenever he puts a post out, whenever he does anything that is outside of how Black rappers have acted or think, they have attacked him. And, you know, he generally handles it with a laugh or so, but I've seen Black women just come and surround him. And I think that happens a lot more often than we give credit for the entire group of Black women who fight to keep people safe so they can be who they want to be and hold that space, even if they don't understand it. Because some women have still said some things, even though they support, it's still a little like, but even without them understanding it, they've held space. And I think that is important. So shout out to
I want to, Nate, do you have any Wonder Women you know?
And not even going into heavy detail, but just, you know, the Tracy Jiggets of the world, my friend Tanelia, McKinley now, she just got married, my friend Jana, Miss Sandra Meekins, the mother of community theater in the city. It's so many names. Jay Nicole. It's just a number of my friends who are women and mothers. Alma. Just a number of these women who, whenever, you know, I'm going through something and need that like motherly figure, and I'm the oldest in my family, so I don't normally have shoulders, but they have been the big sisters when I needed them. So many people that I'm starting to meet, women across the gamut, but just we have some super dope women in this city who, you know, are dope and everybody know they dope, but they don't really get their flowers. So I love to get flowers in situations like this. But yeah, those are the ones at the top. Of course, my mother and my grandmother has gone on, my aunts who are always supportive. But yeah, there's a lot of women in the city who are just doing it. And as Jonas has said, they come to our rescue when we least expect it or when we don't even realize it. I've had people defend me on social media and I didn't even know it until somebody forwarded me a paper trail or something. But yeah, just across the board, a lot of dope ass women.
Oh, real quick, I want to throw my sister in there, Jada. That is my road dog. She is the first one to jump in a fight, and always the one to end the damn fight too.
Kicking ass.
That's my homie. I love her to death. Nicole Belvedere. Go check out her blog.
So, and that's, I'm glad you mentioned that because I want to have her on the show. So, Miss Belvedere, if you're listening, you've been back into the Kocktail Social once again, my dear. So I'll be contacting you. I want to give a shout out to the women of Woundworks. They've been around for a very long time. And I absolutely love what they do. They encompass womanhood. I'm slightly inebriated when I said that, but the reason I said it is because I used to work with young women, and it's always saddening to see the effects that like our society has had on young women, and the lack and how many of them are crying out for women to reach back and nurture them, hold them, love on them, and to help them with their transition into womanhood. So I think Woundworks have always been one of those places where women can come to them and they can get that feeling and that education. They work with I want to say they're just still on North Avenue.
Right there in Walbrook Junction at the end
right,
of the
and I did a small stint, and I didn't have enough time to really dedicate to committing, but they were absolutely phenomenal. They were the epitome of phenomenal women. Every woman that was there, they have a powerful story. And I think that if you have a young lady, besides the Tracy Jiggets, because I think she's a phenomenal woman, and the other women that were mentioned and the women that are on this cast, phenomenal women. And I think that what we need is more women stepping up and showing these young ladies what it looks like to be a strong woman. And so I think, and we have them right here in our communities. And so throughout this month, I want to celebrate women in all aspects. I also want to give a shout out to the women that are the founders of the Baltimore ceasefire. Again, women have stepped up, and are stepping out to embrace the community, to encourage peace, encourage love, encourage conversation, and create a healing space in those places that have been traumatized by violence. For the women that are in the behind the scenes, there are women that are doing, Baltimore Mediation, which is located on Greymount Avenue. I want to give a shout out to those women. Those are Wonder Women who actually step out of themselves to assist families and individuals in the community to mediate their issues. We don't hear a lot about community mediation and what that looks like, but it teaches them how to communicate effectively and how to articulate their hurts. So I want to give all of them that I want the women to be celebrated because we're surrounded by Wonder Women. And we think about the Michelle Obamas and the Felicia Rashads and those women, but we have women in our community that are doing awesome things. I just saw this wonderful, a video with, what was it? Michelle Obama, and she's talking to Zaya, what is it? What's Zaya Wade, the young Dwayne Wade's daughter? And I thought that was a powerful message that she sent about youth, that we take off and we put on different versions of ourselves until we find the version that we actually like. I thought that was a beautiful message. And I think that we have not been able to give our own youth that message that you're going to make some mistakes, that it's going to be some struggles, especially the young ladies. But who you are right now doesn't have to be who you are tomorrow or the next day. You have the ability to take that off and put something new on. And so with this month, we're celebrating the ladies, and I'm glad that we still have some time to talk, because usually my mother is coming in here running her mouth and trying to tell me to shush up. But that was my spiel. What happened? Oh, and just as I spoke, mother spoke. I'm not listening to you. I'm being oppositional today. Anyone else have anything?
What is happening?
And moments like this, like when we have these celebrations of history and gender and our culture in general, I want us to like normalize looking at people first that we can touch. People that we know their name, people who we know their phone numbers, and you know, the local heroes. It's great to put up Harriet Tubman and that whole string of phenomenal women, but let's normalize, you know, making our own local heroes phenomenal. Absolutely. Giving them their roses too, because often we overlook them on a daily basis. So
absolutely. And I want to say, while I'm still giving time, and my mother isn't calling me in the house to eat dinner. It is what it is with Tyree Miles is coming back on Friday, April the 2nd.
Okay. Shout out. It is what it is.
Happens. It is what it is with Tyree Miles.
All right.
On Be Exposed Radio. So tune in. It comes back Friday, April the 2nd, right after this show. So grab your cocktails then, because you're going to need a cocktail for that too. And this is the Cocktail Social. We are Be Exposed Radio. Tune in next week where we will have a lot of fun, some more cocktails, and some more adult conversation. I promise you I'll behave. I'm not going to be outlandish. I'm not going to be loud, boisterous, or super flamboyant, any of those things. I'm going to be very conservative, and I'm going, what are you doing over there? Are you saying I'm going?
Are you going to wear your burgundy on next Friday? Don't be very conservative.
Only if you wear them anal beads. You know the ones that you wear around your neck. Them big balls.
That's hers. She talking.
No, you was the one who got the anal bead necklace. So you know what necklace.
It turns you on. It turns you on, right?
But you wear them around your neck.
Just to let them know.
Just to let them know what?
What the game is.
The place to put big balls is around your neck?
Yeah.
Lord. I was not prepared.
Cut this shit. Cut it off.
I was not prepared.
Cut it off.
Chop.
Chop.
So tune in next week for another episode of the Cocktail Social. It's been real. This is Be Exposed Radio. I'm your host, Blue Waters. These are my socialites. Say I love you, socialites.
I love you, socialites.
All right.
All right. What is that you got there? That looked like some material my mama used to wear in the 70s.
What's the 70s?
That green flower material. What you getting in tonight, Cable?
Nothing.
Is that a spoon? Oh, you brushing your eye.
No, it's a eye massager.
Oh,
we thought you had a spoon.
At first I thought it was a spoon. Then I thought you was dry brushing your face.
I thought you had the whole time.
Yes, it
was.
No,
those old school eye massages.
Oh.
With the ball in the middle, and you take it and you massage around your eye. It keeps the puffy.
The game show is still going on. I'm talking about the diamond.